Hello friends, welcome to Prashant IAS. So friends, in the last class we have discussed about the meaning of longitudes, the concept of prime meridian. We have also discussed about the question that how to measure longitudes, and then I have explained you the meaning of meridians of longitude. So friends, in this class we will continue our discussion further with the concept of meridians of longitude. So friends, let's begin. Now friends, we have another important question. So now our question is that in total how many longitudes are there? Okay, so now what is our question? So our question is that how many longitudes are there in total? So now I will teach you that how many longitudes are there, and I will also teach you about different longitudes. So friends, let's suppose that this is diagram number 1. Okay, so now kindly see on the screen. Let's suppose this is diagram number 1 and this is diagram number 2. Okay, so now I will explain you further things with the help of these two diagrams. Now friends, in the diagram number 1, can you identify where is prime meridian? So remember, in the last class I have taught you about the concept of prime meridian. So now can you identify in this diagram that where is prime meridian? So I am highlighting the prime meridian in the red color. Okay, so you can see this red line. Okay, this is prime meridian. Now friends, I have told you in the last class that what is the measurement of prime meridian? The measurement of prime meridian is 0 degree. And what is the meaning of meridians of longitude? So I have told you that meridians of longitude are the semicircles running from north pole to south pole. Okay, meridians of longitude, or we can simply call them meridians also. So meridians of longitude are the semicircles running from north pole to south pole, and they are connecting all the longitudes of same measurement. Okay, for example, if we are talking about prime meridian, then prime meridian is also running from north pole to south pole, and prime meridian is connecting all the longitudes whose measurement is 0 degree. Okay, so it is also called as 0 degree meridian of longitude. Okay, so now friends, remember in the last class, or I think the class in the previous classes, I have explained you how to identify the directions. Okay, so here I am drawing the directions on the screen. Okay, so if I have drawn, okay, so kindly see on the right side of the screen. So this will be called as east direction, this is west direction, this is north direction, and this is south direction. So I think that you all can remember that I have taught you this in the earlier classes, that how to identify the directions. Okay, so if we are talking here, then this will be north direction, this is our south direction, this is our east direction, and this is our west direction. Now friends, what conclusion can you draw by seeing this prime meridian and all these directions? So remember friends, in the class of latitudes, when I taught you about equator, then I told you that what happens, that equator divides earth into two equal halves. Okay, so for example, if this is earth and this is equator, equator means 0 degree latitude. So what happens, that equator divides earth into two equal halves. Okay, so if we have to identify the direction here, then we can say that this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. So what happened, that equator is dividing the earth in north and south directions. So this upper part is called as northern hemisphere. So the part of earth which is to the north of equator is called as northern hemisphere, and the part of earth which is to the south of earth is south of equator is called as southern hemisphere. Now friends, based on this example and based on this prime meridian and these directions, what conclusion can you draw by seeing prime meridian and these directions? So you can say that, sir, prime meridian is also dividing earth into two parts. Okay, so the parts of earth which are to the east, okay, so you can see this is east direction. So the part of earth which is to the east of the part of one part of earth is to the east of prime meridian, and the another part of earth is to the west of prime meridian. Okay, so what is happening, that prime meridian is also dividing the earth. Okay, so these all parts are lying to the east of prime meridian, and these all parts, okay, these all parts are lying to the west of prime meridian. So what happened, that as equator has divided earth into north and south, so prime meridian divides earth into east and west. Okay, so these all parts are to the east of prime meridian, and friends, these all parts are to the west of prime meridian. Okay, now friends, remember one more thing. I have taught you in the class of latitudes that what happens, that equator is dividing the earth into two equal halves, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So the latitudes which are to the north of equator, these latitudes are called as north latitude. For example, this can be, we can call this latitude as 25 degree north. We can call this latitude as 60 degree north. Okay, so all the latitudes here are measured in terms of north. Similarly, if you are going to the south of equator, then for example, this latitude will be called as 10 degrees south. This latitude will be called as, let's suppose, 45 degrees south. This latitude will be called as 70 degrees south. Okay, so the latitudes which are to the north of equator are measured in north, and the latitudes which are measured which are to the south of equator are measured in terms of south. Okay, now you can apply the same concept in the case of meridians of longitude also. So all these longitudes which are located to the east, all these longitudes which are located to the east of prime meridian will be called as eastern meridians of longitude, or we can also call them eastern longitudes. Okay, so all the longitudes which are located to the east means in this place, in this place, in this place. Okay, so all the longitudes which are located to the east of prime meridian, these longitudes are called as eastern longitudes or eastern meridians of longitude. Now friends, similarly, all those longitudes which are located to the west of prime meridian, these longitudes are called as western longitudes, or we can also call them as western meridians of longitude. Okay, so now one by one we will see all the longitudes. So friends, when you will start moving to the east of prime meridian, so you will start encountering the longitudes like that. First of all, you will encounter 1 degree east longitude. Okay, so remember in the last class I have told you how to measure longitude. So 1 degree east longitude means the measurement of that longitude is 1 degree. Okay, means 1 degree east longitude means the measurement of that longitude is 1 degree, and that is lying to the east of prime meridian. Okay, and when we are saying 1 degree east meridian of longitude, 1 degree east meridian of longitude, then it means that it is a semicircle running from north pole to south pole, which is lying to the east of prime meridian. Okay, it is a semicircle running from north pole to south pole, and it is lying to the east of prime meridian, and it is connecting all the longitudes whose measurement is 1 degree. Okay, so this is the meaning of 1 degree longitude and 1 degree meridian of longitude. Okay, so now friends, when you will continue to draw longitudes, okay, when you will continue to draw longitudes to the east of prime meridian, okay, so first of all you will encounter, let's suppose we can say, first of all you will encounter 1 degree. Okay, so let's suppose this is 1 degree east longitude, or we can also call it as meridian of longitude. Okay, now then you will encounter another longitude. For example, then you will encounter 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degree, 5 degree, and when you will go on like this, then you will finally encounter 10 degree east meridian of longitude. Okay, so here in this diagram some of the meridians of longitude are depicted, so you can see them. Okay, for example friends, this black line, okay, this first black line, this represents 15 degree. This black line represents 15 degree east meridian of longitude. So this first black line is representing 15 degree east meridian of longitude. Now this line which I am highlighting here in the green color, this represents 30 degree east meridian of longitude. And what is the meaning of 30 degree east meridian of longitude? So 30 degree east meridian of longitude means it is a semicircle running from north pole to south pole, and it is connecting all the longitudes whose measurement is 30 degree and they are lying to the east of prime meridian. So this is the meaning of 30 degree east meridian of longitude. Okay, after 30 degree then you will encounter 31 degree, 32 degree, 33 degree, means their counting will go on. Okay, then this black circle which I am black semicircle which I am highlighting, this is 45 degree east. Okay, after this again I am highlighting this semicircle in the green color, this is 60 degree east. Okay, after 60 degree this is 75 degree east meridian of longitude. Okay, then friends this is 90 degree east meridian of longitude. Then you can see that this is 120 degree east meridian of longitude. Then you can see that this is 150 degree east meridian of longitude. And finally when you will draw the longitude like this, then you will encounter 180 degree east meridian of longitude. Okay, now friends in this way you can draw how many 180 degree east meridians of longitude. Okay, so from where you have started, so first of all you have drawn 0 degree which was prime meridian. Then what you did, then you started drawing meridians of longitudes on the eastern side, meridians of longitude on the eastern side of prime meridian. So first of all you have drawn 1 degree, then 2 degree, then 3 degree. In the similar way then 10 degree, then 30 degree, after that 50 degree. Okay, and then you will continue to draw, then you will draw 90 degree, then 120 degree, then 130 degree, then 150 degree, and finally you will draw 180 degree east meridian of longitude. So what conclusion can you draw from this story? Okay, so you can see this thing from this diagram also, that okay, so now see diagram number 2. This is 0 degree or prime meridian. This is 15 degree east meridian of longitude. This is 30 degree, this is 45 degree, this is 60 degree, this is 75 degree, this is 90 degree, this is 105 degree, this is 120 degree east meridian of longitude, this is 135 degree, this is 150 degree, this is 165 degree, and finally this is 180 degree east meridian of longitude. Means, okay, so now my question is that what conclusion can you all draw from this entire story which I have recited to you? So you can say that, sir, if we are drawing, okay, so now I am telling you the conclusion. What conclusion can you draw? So you can say that, sir, if we are drawing the meridians of longitude to the east of prime meridian, if we are drawing meridians of longitude to the east of prime meridian, then we can draw maximum 180 degree meridians of longitude to the east of prime meridian. Okay, so what is conclusion? Conclusion is that if we are drawing meridians of longitude to the east of prime meridian, then we can draw how many? We can draw 180 degrees of meridians of longitude in the eastern direction. Okay, so now we will see the same story in the west direction also. So friends, similarly you can see for west direction, so this is the west direction. Okay, so you can see that this is prime meridian. Okay, this is 0 degree prime meridian. So now we will draw the meridians of longitude to the west of the prime meridian. So now you can see that this is 15 degree west meridian of longitude. And what is, okay, in the similar way this is 30 degree west meridian of longitude. Now what is the meaning of 30 degree west meridian of longitude? So 30 degree west meridian of longitude means this is a semicircle running from north pole to south pole, and which is connecting all the longitudes whose measurement is 30 degree, and it is lying to the west of prime meridian. Okay, so you can see in this diagram, this is 60 degree west, this is 90 degree west, this is 120 degree west, this is 150 degree west, and finally you will encounter 180 degree west meridian of longitude. Okay, now friends, I will explain you this concept in diagram number 2, because you will more clearly get this concept in diagram number 2. Okay, so this is prime meridian, you can clearly see this is prime meridian 0 degree, this is 15 degree west. Okay, so this is 15 degree west meridian of longitude. After that, this you can see this is 30 degree, this is 45 degree, this is 60 degree, this is 75 degree, this is 90 degree, this is how much, this is 105 degree, then you will encounter 120 degree west, then 135 degree, then 150 degree, then 165 degree west, and finally you will encounter 180 degree west meridian of longitude. Okay, so friends, what conclusion can you draw from this second story? So now you can say that, sir, we can draw 180 meridians of longitude to the west of prime meridian also. Okay, and now if we will combine both stories, then what we can say, then after combining both the stories, we can say that, sir, we can draw 180 degrees of longitude, or we can simply say we can draw 180 meridians of longitude in the east direction, and we can also draw 180 meridians of longitude in the west direction. Okay, so what is the conclusion? Conclusion is that we can draw 180 meridians of longitude in the east direction, and we can draw 180 meridians of longitude in the west direction. Okay, so now friends, let us count how many meridians of longitude are there. So now there is one assignment for all of you. Now please pause the video, okay, and comment, okay, and give your answer in the comment section that according to you. Okay, so now I want to see that how many of you have understood this concept after this entire story. Then I will tell you the answer. So just give your answer in the comment section that in total how many longitudes are there. So friends, now let's see that in total how many meridians of longitude are there. Okay, so what happens, friends? So I have just told you that how many meridians of longitude are there. So we can draw how many meridians of longitude? 180 meridians of longitude in the east direction. Okay, similarly, I have told you that we can draw 180 meridians of longitude in the west direction. Okay, so 180 in east direction and 180 in west direction. Now beside these we have one more, and which is that is prime meridian. Okay, because we are counting from here as 1 degree, we are counting from here as 1 degree. Okay, and prime meridian is 0 degree. Okay, so what happens that 180 meridians of longitude are located in east, and 180 meridians of longitude are located to the west of prime meridian. Okay, and prime meridian is 0 degree. Okay, so so here we are counting to the east and west of prime meridian, so we have to take prime meridian separately. So one more longitude is prime meridian. Okay, so what we can say, 180 longitudes in east direction, 180 longitudes in west direction, and one is prime meridian. So when you will add all these, so how many? 361. Okay, so you will encounter 361 meridians of longitude. But there is a very big twist. Now what is that twist? Okay, so this is not a correct answer, this is wrong answer. Okay, this is wrong answer, but many of the students give this answer. Okay, this happens to many students. Now I will explain you that why this answer is wrong. Okay, so friends, when I was and why I have taken so much time to explain you this concept, because what happens that I have seen that many students remain confused in this concept for very long. They are unable to understand that why longitudes are not 361. Okay, so what happens that when I was explaining you this concept, then I have told you that what we are doing, so this is prime meridian. Okay, so you can see this diagram number 2, this is prime meridian. Now we have drawn 100, this is prime meridian, and we have drawn 180 meridians of longitude in the east direction, and we have drawn 180 meridians of longitude in the west direction. Okay, but friends, I think that many of you have observed that while we were drawing the meridians of longitude to the east, then this was 180 degree east. Okay, so see the meridian of longitude which I have marked in black color. So this was about 180 degree east. Okay, and just try to remember, friends, when I was explaining you the western longitudes, then I told you that this longitude is also 180 degree west. Okay, so you can see here in this diagram also that this is 180 degree east, as well as this is 180 degree west. So what happens that 180 degree east and 180 degree west are the same longitudes. Okay, they are the same longitudes. Okay, for example, they are like Shaktiman and Gangadhar. Okay, so Gangadhar was Shaktiman and Shaktiman was Gangadhar. Similarly, 180 degree east longitude is 180 degree west and 180 degree west is 180 degree east. Okay, but only their names are different. If you are counting from east direction, then you can call it as 180 degree east. If you are counting from west direction, then you can call it as 180 degree west. But physically, they are the same. Okay, they are like Shaktiman and Gangadhar. Okay, they are same. Okay, so what we have to do, that here we have counted one extra. Okay, so we have counted 180 in east as well as 180 in west. But 180 degree east and 180 degree west meridian of longitude was the same. So now we have to subtract that one. Okay, so we have counted one extra. So now we have to subtract that one. So now the result will be 360. And this is the correct answer. So in total, there are 360 meridians of longitude. So all the students who have given their answer as 360, a heartily congratulations to all those students. Now friends, now let us discuss about the difference between parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude. So friends, and in this topic I will complete one more topic also. So in this topic only I will also tell you about the characteristics of longitudes or the meridians of longitude. Okay, so this is diagram number 1. So this diagram number 1 represents parallels of latitude and this is diagram number 2. So this diagram represents meridians of longitude. So now let us discuss about the differences between parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude. So what is the first difference? So the first difference is clearly visible from the diagram. So you can see that what happens, that parallels of latitude are the concentric circles. Okay, so remember I have told you that parallels of latitudes are the concentric circles. Okay, concentric circles basically means that the circles who shares a common center. Okay, so here even if you forget this word concentric, then also if we are studying the difference, then the circle will serve our purpose. So you can say that parallels of latitude are circles. But you can notice in this diagram that meridians of longitude are not circle. Okay, so meridians of longitude are not circle. Meridians of longitude are actually semicircles. Okay, so you can see here that the meridians of longitude are not the circles. What they are semicircles which are running from North Pole to South Pole. Okay, so if you will connect North Pole to South Pole, then you will get a meridian of longitude. So what are meridians of longitude? Meridians of longitude are the semicircles. They are not circles. So the first difference is that they are circles and they are semicircles. Now what is the second difference between parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude? So remember friends, I have told you that parallels of latitude are always parallel to each other. Okay, so these circles are always parallel to each other. Now what does it mean when I am saying that these circles are parallel to each other? So it means that the distance between two parallels of latitude always remains the same. So you can observe in this diagram that, for example, the distance between these two parallels of latitude or these two latitudinal circles is always same. It is neither increasing nor it is decreasing. Okay, so what happens, that the parallels of latitude are parallel to each other, means the distance between them is always same. But what happens friends, that the meridians of longitude are not parallel to each other. This is the second difference, that the meridians of longitude are not parallel to each other. Now what does it mean? It means that the distance between two meridians of longitude is not always same. Okay, now what does it mean? So we will taking here the example of this, let's suppose prime meridian. Okay, so I am highlighting prime meridian in this diagram in the red line. Okay, so let's suppose this is prime meridian. Okay, and friends, I am highlighting any other latitude, longitude, meridians of longitude in the green line. For example, let's suppose I am highlighting this 30 degree east meridian of longitude in the green line. Okay, so this is 30 degree west. This is 30 degree west meridian of longitude, and this is 0 degree means prime meridian. So here you can observe that near equator, okay, so what happens that near equator the distance between two meridians of longitude is largest. Okay, so what happens that near equator, okay, equator means to the near the mid of earth. Okay, so near equator the distance between two meridians of longitude is largest. Okay, but if we are moving to the east, or sorry, to the north or to the south of equator, okay, so let's suppose that this line is equator. So if we are moving to the north or to the south of equator, then what happens that the distance between two meridians of longitudes continuously decreases. So you can notice here that here the distance is largest, but as we are going up, then this distance is continuously decreasing. And at poles, what happens that the distance between two meridians of longitude becomes 0. So what happens at poles that all the meridians of longitude meet with each other. So you can see here that at North Pole all the meridians of longitude are meeting. The distance between all the meridians of longitude at North Pole and South Pole is 0. Okay, so even if you are not getting this concept, then I will draw this in diagram number 1, then you will get this concept more clearly. Now friends, please see diagram number 1. So let's suppose this is 15 degree east meridian of longitude, okay, and this is 15 degree west meridian of longitude, and in between them there is prime meridian. Okay, so these are two meridians of longitude. Okay, so now what happens, you can see here clearly that the distance between these two meridians of longitude is maximum at the equator. I am highlighting this distance. You can see that distance between these two is maximum at equator. But as we are moving towards North Pole, then the distance between them is continuously decreasing, and finally at North Pole the distance between them becomes 0. Why? Because all the meridians of longitude meets at North Pole as well as at South Pole. So you can see this here also, that as we are moving towards South Pole, then the distance between these are decreasing. So what I want to say, okay, so this is the difference as well as this is the second characteristic of meridians of longitude, that the distance between two meridians of longitude is not always same. They are not parallel. Distance between them is maximum at equator and it reduces as we move towards poles, and it becomes 0. It becomes 0 at poles. Now friends, after this let us discuss the third difference between parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude. So remember friends, in the class of latitudes I have told you that which is the largest latitude. So I think that you all must have remembered that the equator means 0 degree latitude is the largest latitude. Okay, and what happens as you will move from equator to North Pole or from equator to South Pole, then the size of latitudes will decrease. Okay, so you can see that these latitudes are lesser than equator. This latitude is further less in length. This is further less. This is further less, and this is even more less in length. Okay, so what happens that as one moves from equator to either pole, means if you are moving from equator to North Pole or you are moving from equator to South Pole, then the size of latitudes decreases. What happens? The size of latitudes decreases. But friends, if we are talking about meridians of longitude, then what happens that the size of all the meridians of longitude is same. Okay, the size of 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 10 degree, okay, 100 degree, 180 degree, the size of all the meridians of longitude is same. Okay, so what happens that the size of all the meridians of longitude is same. Okay, means you can say that the size of 0 degree longitude, the size of 1 degree east and 1 degree west, size of 10 degree east and 10 degree west, size of 100 degree east and 100 degree west, size of 150 degree east and 150 degree west, the size of all the meridians of longitude is same. Okay, so this is the second difference, that the latitudes, the size of all the parallels of latitude is not same. The size of parallels of latitude decreases as one moves from equator to either pole, but the size of all the meridians of longitude is always same. So friends, now this concept is completed. So now let's move forward to another concept. Okay, so let's suppose friends that this line I am drawing, let's suppose this is 1 degree north latitude. Okay, so this line is 1 degree north latitude. Okay, so let me draw it more clearly. So let's suppose this line is 1 degree north parallel of latitude. Okay, and this green line is, let's suppose, 2 degree north parallel of latitude. Okay, so you can imagine that somewhere near the equator the 1 degree north parallel of latitude should be there, and similarly somewhere near to 1 degree north 2 degree north parallel of latitude should be there. Okay, so let's suppose that this line represents 1 degree north parallel of latitude and this line represents 2 degree north parallel of latitude. Okay, so now friends, what is the difference between these two longitudes? So you can say that, sir, there is a clear cut difference of 1 degree between these two longitudes. Okay, so this is simple maths. You can subtract 1 from 2, so the result will be 1. So you can say that, sir, there is a difference of 1 degree between these two longitudes. Okay, so now what I want to explain, that now friends, so now we know that Earth is very big. Okay, Earth is very big, so we cannot cover all the locations. We cannot cover all the locations if we are only counting in terms of degrees. Okay, for example, I will give you example. For example, let's suppose this is Earth. Okay, so this is Earth. Now this is equator. Okay, so now if you will start, okay, so now we know that the distance from equator to north pole is very large. The distance from equator to north pole is very large. Okay, so we cannot connect all the points. We cannot catch the location of all the points on the surface of Earth by taking into account only 90 parallels of latitude. Okay, why? Because equator is 0 degree, and from equator we will start drawing latitudes from 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degree, so on, and then finally 90 degrees north pole. Okay, so we have only 90 parallels of latitude. Are you getting what I am saying? I am saying that the distance from equator to north pole, or the distance from equator to south pole, is very large. Okay, you can see it, that the distance, you can imagine it, that the distance from equator to north pole is very large, and we have only 90 parallels of latitude from equator to pole. Okay, we have only 90 parallels of latitude from equator to north pole. Okay, so what happens, friends? So what happens, that if we will take into account only these 90 parallels of latitude in one hemisphere, then we will only be able to catch the location. We will only be able to catch the location of some places, and we will miss the location of many places. Okay, because what happens, that the distance between each degree of latitude, for example, the distance between 1 degree north and 2 degree north is also so high that even you can imagine that this can be the distance between two distant cities. The distance between two consecutive latitudes is even more than the average distance between two cities. For example, I can say that the distance between two consecutive latitudes means if the difference is of 1 degree. For example, we can say that 1 degree and 2 degree, 3 degree and 4 degree, 4 degree and 5 degree. Okay, so these are consecutive latitudes, means one after one. So what happens, that the distance between two consecutive latitudes is such large, which is even more than a average distance between two cities. Okay, for example, I can say that the distance between two consecutive latitudes, is approximately 2.5 times the distance between Delhi and the Gurugram. Okay, so you can imagine how large is the distance between two parallels of latitude. Okay, So what happens, friends, that for getting the precise location, we need the precise location. Okay, so for getting the precise location, we need something extra between these longitudes, these latitudes. Okay, so what happens that each degree of latitude, okay, each degree of latitude is divided further into 60 minutes. Okay, so this sign is of minute. Okay, so what happens that there will be 60. Okay, so it will be divided into further 60 minutes. Okay, for example, there will be 60 minutes between 1 degree north and 2 degree north. There will be further 60 minutes between 3 degree north and 4 degree north. There will be further 60 minutes between 4 degree north and 5 degree north. Okay, so what happens that each degree of latitudes is further divided into 60 minutes. Okay, now friends, what happens that the distance between 2 minutes, okay, for example, let's suppose this is 1 minute and this is 2 minutes. The distance between 2 minutes is also so large that we need to divide these minutes also. So each minute is further divided into 60 seconds. Okay, so now let us summarize what we have learned so far. So what happens that each degree of latitude means, for let's suppose if this is 1 degree of latitude and this is 2 degree of latitude, so the difference between them is only 1 degree. Okay, so each degree of latitude is further divided into 60 minutes. Okay, and then each minute is further divided into 1 minute is further divided into 60 seconds. Okay, so this 1 dash represents minute and these 2 dashes represents seconds. Okay, so what happens that there will be 60 minutes between these two latitudes, and between 2 minutes, for example 1 minute and 2 minutes, between 2 minutes there will be further 60 seconds. So what we can say that each degree of latitude is divided into 60 minutes, and each minute is further divided into 60 seconds. So in this way we are able to get the precise location of a place. Now friends, this is not only the case with latitudes, this is also with the meridians of longitude. Okay, so this case is also with the meridians of longitude. Now why? Because the distance between two meridians of longitude is also very large. Okay, so it is largest at the equator and then it becomes 0 at the poles. But the distance between two longitudes is very large near to equator. So to tell the precise location of a place, to tell the exact location of a place, there is a need to divide each degree of longitude into 60 minutes. Okay, so 1 degree of longitude is divided into 60 minutes and each minute is further divided into 60 seconds. Okay, so the concept is very similar to the concept of latitudes. Okay, for example, if this is 1 degree east longitude and let's suppose this is 2 degree east longitude, so this is 1 degree east and this is 2 degree east. So now there will be so these 2 degree, okay, they will be further divided into 60 seconds. Okay, so there will be more, they will be divided into 60 minutes. Okay, so what happens that each degree of longitude is divided into 60 minutes and each minute is divided into 60 seconds. Okay, so 1 degree of longitude is divided into 60 minutes and 1 minute is divided into 60 seconds. For example, here you can see that if this is 1 degree east longitude and this is 2 degree east longitude, means there is only a difference of 1 degree between these two. Then you have to draw 60 more. Okay, you have to draw 60 more lines between them two. Okay, you have to draw 60 more lines between them. Okay, means they will be divided into 60 minutes. Okay, and each minute will further be divided into 60 seconds. So now I hope that you are getting this concept. So now we can summarize that each degree of latitude as well as longitude, is further divided into 60 minutes. And each minute is further divided into 60 seconds. So in this way, we are able to get the precise and exact location of a place. Now friends, with this concept is now also completed. So now let us move forward to another concept. So now the next concept is that what is the distance between two latitudes and two longitudes. Okay. So I have just told you that the distance between two latitudes is very large. So there is a need to divide the 1 degree of latitude into 60 minutes and each minute into 60 seconds. Similarly, the distance between two longitudes means 1 degree of longitude is also very large. So there is a need to divide 1 degree of longitude into 60 minutes and further 1 minute into 60 seconds. So now the question is that what is the distance between two latitudes? Okay. So first of all, I will tell you about latitudes, then I will tell you about longitudes. So let's suppose if this is, friends, if this is 1 degree parallel of latitude, 1 degree north parallel of latitude, and this is 2 degree north parallel of latitude, then the distance between both of them will be approximately 111 kilometers. Okay. So what happens that the distance between two consecutive parallels of latitude is approximately 111 kilometers. Okay. For example, the distance between 2 degree north and 3 degree north is also 111 kilometers. The distance between 45 degree north and 46 degree north, the distance between, let's suppose, 60 degree north and 61 degree north, okay, means if the difference is of 1 degree, okay, so what happens that the distance between two consecutive latitudes is approximately 111 kilometers, and definitely this is an approximate number and you need not to know what is the exact number and what is the exact theory. So this is more than enough for your exam. Okay, so what is the approximate distance between two consecutive latitudes? And friends, I am again and again emphasizing on the word consecutive. Consecutive means they are one after one. For example, 1 degree 2 degree, 2 degree 3 degree, 3 degree 4 degree, 5 degree 6 degree, 8 degree 9 degree. Okay, means the difference between them is only of 1 degree. So the distance between two consecutive latitudes is of 111 kilometers. Now friends, after this, what is the difference between two meridians of longitude? Okay, so here also we are talking about consecutive. Consecutive means, for example, 1 degree east meridian of longitude and 2 degree east meridian of longitude. Okay, so what happens, friends, you can see in this diagram that the distance between two meridians of longitude is largest at the equator, and it reduces as you will move toward either north pole or south pole, and at pole it becomes 0. So one thing is clear, and that thing is that the distance between all the meridians of longitude is 0 at poles. Okay, so if you are talking of north pole or south pole, it doesn't matter, but the distance between all the meridians of longitude is 0 at north pole as well as it is 0 at south pole. Okay, but it is maximum at equator. Okay, so let's suppose that this is 1 degree east meridian of longitude and this is 2 degree east meridian of longitude. Okay, so now we know that the distance between them will be 0 at north pole and similarly 0 at south pole. But the question is that what is the distance between them at the equator? So what happens that the distance between two meridians of longitude is maximum at equator, and that distance is approximately 111 kilometers. Okay, so the distance between two meridians of longitude is approximately, I am saying approximately, this is not exact number, it is approximately 111 kilometers at equator, and when you will move from equator to pole, it will reduce and finally it will become 0 at the poles. Okay, so now friends, you have seen that the distance between two consecutive parallels of latitude is 111 kilometers, and the distance between two meridians of longitude near equator is also 100 kilometers. Okay, so this is a very large distance. This distance is even more than the distance between two cities, the average distance between two cities. Okay, so if you have to tell your location to your friend, then your friend will not be able to get your location if you will only tell your location in terms of degree. Okay, for example, let's suppose that this is 1 degree east, 1 degree north. Okay, so let me draw more clear diagram. So let's suppose that this is 1 degree east longitude, this is 2 degree east, this is 3 degree, and this is 4 degree east meridian of longitude. In the similar way, this is 1 degree north, this is 2 degree, this is 3 degree, and this is 4 degree north parallel of latitude. Okay, now let's suppose you are standing somewhere here on this position. Okay, and now your friend is asking you your location. Your friend is asking you your location, that kindly, okay, so let's say that you are standing somewhere here. Okay, and your friend is asking you your location, that please tell me your location, I want to meet you. Now I have told you that, okay, so this place is near equator. Okay, so so we know that the distance between two parallels of latitude is approximately 111 kilometer, and the distance between two meridians of longitude is also 111 kilometers near equator, and definitely you can see that this place is near equator. Okay, so friends, now let's suppose if you are standing here somewhere here and your friend is asking you location. So now if there are no minutes and no seconds, then what you will do, you will definitely see that what is my nearest longitude. So now you can see that my nearest latitude is 2 degree. Okay, my nearest latitude is 2 degree and 2 degree north, and my nearest longitude is 3 degree east. Okay, so now you will tell your friend that I am standing at 2 degree north latitude and 3 degree east longitude. Okay, so what you will say, that I am standing at 2 degree north latitude and 3 degree east latitude. Please come to meet me. Now friends, so now friends, you can clearly see that the distance from 2 degree north to this place, from exactly 2 degree north to this place, can be approximately 50 kilometers. Similarly, the distance from 3 degree east to this place is also approximately 50 kilometers. Now what does it mean? It means that your friend is not knowing your exact location. Now your friend have to search for you in the area of 50 into 50 kilometers. Okay, 50 into 50 kilometers means when you will multiply and find the area, then the area will come out to be 5 5 25 and 0 0, means your friend have to search for you in the area of 2500 kilometer square. Okay, your friend have to search for you in the area of 25 kilometer square, which is such a big area, that your friend will not be able to find you at any cost. This area is much larger than the area of a big city. Okay, so it is just like finding your friend in a metro city, in a very big city, and your friend is not knowing your exact location. Okay, it's like that, for example, if some of my student wants to meet me and I just tell him that come to Delhi and meet me. Now I have to tell my exact location. Okay, just by saying that I live in Delhi, you can't come to me, you can't see me, because Delhi is a very big city. Similarly, a person will not be able to find anyone in an area of 2500 kilometer square. Okay, so to solve this problem, what happens, that 1 degree of latitude and longitude is divided into 60 minutes, and each minute is further divided into 60 seconds. Okay, so what happens, that when you will tell your location to your friend in terms of degrees, minutes and seconds, then he will easily be able to find you. For example, if you will say that I am standing at 2 degree, okay, 2 degree and let's suppose 15 minutes and 45 seconds east. Okay, so this is a very precise location. Okay, and you can also tell this in terms of longitude also. For example, I am standing at 3 degree 15 minutes and let's suppose 15 minutes and let's suppose 50 second east. Okay, so this is latitude, so this will be north. Okay, so now what is your location? So your exact location will be 2 degree 15 minutes 45 second north latitude and 3 degree 15 minutes and 50 second east longitude. Okay, so in this way your friend will be able to find your exact location and he will directly reach you. So for solving this problem, what happens that each degree is divided into 60 minutes and each minute is divided into 60 seconds. So in this way we are able to find the exact location on earth. Okay, so if you have to visit your friend, then ask him his exact GPS location next time, that what is your exact latitude and longitudes. So friends, that's all for today. I hope that you all must have enjoyed the lecture, and if you have enjoyed the lecture, then please like the video, comment, subscribe the channel, press the bell icon and select all. Now friends, we will meet in next class with a fresh topic. Till then, stay indoors, stay healthy, take care of yourself. Thank you.